for joining me. Today we were talking all about my favorite lipsticks, and the place I actually look for my favorite lipsticks are in my handbag, because those are the things I want to take with me. So I went through my handbags and kind of dug everything out. Okay, now the tricky part with lipsticks is that they're hard to remove and then reapply because it'll mess up the rest of the makeup kind of around your mouth, and it's also really drying to be removing so much lipstick at one time. But I will try. So if I don't remove all of the lipstick, I tried my best. Okay, I actually have them in a pocket, so that's kind of holding everything. I'm gonna try to go from kind of lighter to deeper color so it doesn't influence the color too much. And of course, the ones that I'm pulling out, they're all kind of bright. I do have some brights in here, surprisingly. And let's just talk about this real quick. You saw this recently. It's the Marc Jacobs Just Peachy. I think this was sold out the last time I looked on Sephora. It's got a nice metallic sheen to it, but not too chunky. There is, and really pretty on. I get so many questions about my lipstick, and it's like the one thing I always forget to put in the description box below. So I will try to be better about that. I recently had a suggestion to do that, and it was like, yes, I should do that. So I will try to remember to do that, or I'll talk about it in the video. Once I've wrapped up a video, I kind of put it out of my mind and I forget about what I actually had on my face. I don't know, it's weird. So if I don't say it right away, I will forget. I'm also gonna go with more creamy formulas before I go into any liquid type things, which I also have. Okay, oh, I thought I had another one. Maybe do I not have it? This is also not a new one, but it's the Confession lipstick in I've Never. And most of these are things that are moisturizing because I keep them with me in a bag. So they've got to be kind of easy to apply and also hydrating. If I do something that's not hydrating, I'll usually put that on at home and then put a gloss over it during the day. But if it's in my bag, it's pretty easy to apply almost without a mirror too, because sometimes I don't carry a little mirror with me. So it's just kind of like by like muscle memory that I am able to apply it. Okay, so there is I've Never. It's really pretty. So if you're looking for just like a neutral nude color, not too warm, not too cool, and you're my coloring, this one is really nice. This probably won't be a surprise to anyone because people love this one. It's the Pillow Talk Charlotte Tilbury. Beautiful. Let's wash a dryer. And I'm not lining my lips on purpose, just so you can see what this looks like. I forgot to mention a few things that I look for in lipstick. So it's kind of like the clothing. I have criteria for lipstick as well. So it's got to be comfortable. If it's not comfortable, I'm not going to wear it. The color has to be right, and then finally the wear on it. It doesn't have to wear for an exceptionally long time, but the way that it wears is important. So as the lipstick wears off, does it fade? Is it patchy? Do you retain some of that color but in a stain? So those kinds of things are important to me, because sometimes if a lipstick fades in a weird way, I won't wear it, because if it looks patchy on the lips after it wears away, then I think it's fine when something's a stain, or if it wears away gradually. Those are all fine things, but if it wears away in a patchy manner, then I also will not wear it. Lips are getting really kind of dry right now. We have maybe 5 more. Okay, let's see what's next. But this is kind of a new favorite, and I have already lost the other two. I don't know where they are, but it's the Pat McGrath, the little minis. And this one is in OMI, and I like the other ones too. So that little 3-pack that Sephora has is a really good deal. This is one of the best formulas I've tried for this, this matte type. It is really, really creamy. As you can see, it just evens out any inconsistency in the lip color, in the natural lip color. Yeah, this one is really beautiful. These were a surprise to me, so I'm really happy I tried them. I also bought the bright ones, but They're a little bit bright for me, so I would go with this other pack. I'll list it below if you like a more neutral lip. So surprisingly, that's a really comfortable matte to wear and a really great shade. I wasn't sure how this was gonna look. Did I show it to you? Here's what it looks like in the lipstick. So yeah, I wasn't sure how it looked, but I think it's really pretty. It looks very nice with a gloss on top too, which is typically how I wear it. So you can see that's a really good example of leaving some color behind, even though most of the product has actually been wiped off already. Yeah, very impressed with that one. It actually might be the most impressive formula. They're all very nice, but I would say that's the most impressive. Maybe I'll go with some hydrating things before I go in with more liquidy type things. Okay, I'm gonna put this one on. Indian Rose. I think I talked about this recently too. Tom Ford. It's one of their best selling, which is no surprise. Yeah, you can see why it's really easy to wear. I think this is probably one of those colors that looks good on a lot of people. I've got another Tom Ford here, the Ultra Shine in 3 Nubile. It's also really hydrating. Let me know, I decided not to swatch them because I'm kind of swatching them on my face, but let me know if next time you want to see a swatch on my arm. And this one's a really easy one for me to put on without a mirror. I think because it's so close to my skin tone anyway. I treat that one as kind of like a chapstick, like a really fancy chapstick. Yeah, you can see there's much more of a sheen to it and really, really hydrating. So after trying on all these lipsticks, my skin's a little bit irritated. So that actually feels really hydrating and soothing on it. So I would reach for that if I had really chapped lips. Let's go in with another balmy kind of formula. So this is the YSL Volupte Tinted Balm, and I believe it's a number 6. It has that like summery popsicle stain effect. So if you just want to add a little bit of life but have that hydration, I think this is a really great one. And it's not like the other colors that I have. So I've been wearing this a lot in the winter, I think because it's hydrating and then it's like a little pop of color without being too much. Let's go with a bright color. This one it's another Hourglass Confession. It's one that came in that little trio that I got. And this one's I Can't Live Without. Again, super hydrating. This is about as bright as I'll go and be comfortable in. But yeah, that's a really beautiful berry type color. I love this one. That one also maintains its color a bit after it's wiped off. This is a Bite Beauty Matte Cream Lip Crayon in Glace. And I think I got the little one as a birthday, something with Sephora Rouge. Anyway, I got the full-size one. I think I said I couldn't find it. It was in my bag. That was not, oh, you can see a little bit. So I'm gonna have to go outside my lines of my lips because I can see a bit of that brighter color coming through. So it's gonna look a little out there. It's more of a mauve-y kind of pink. So compared to the one that I just had on, it has more of like a lavender tone to it, but still really pretty. It's a nice cool neutral for me. Sometimes my lips look like this just in general, with a lot of pigmentation. I'm gonna put a little bit more of that by Terry Baume de Rose on because it's just so chapped. By the way, I love this version of Baume de Rose because on the go it's easier to use than the little pot. I love the pot for if I'm staying at home or if I want to sleep with it conditioning my lips. That one's really good, but I like this a lot for just in my purse. And yeah, just so much easier to apply. Okay, so this one, Nars, Get It On. Talked about this before. And this is like my one, is this my one liquid lip out of all of these? I think it is, that I like. It's the Power Matte Lip Pigment. So it doesn't have that dry feeling or that tight feeling that liquid lipsticks typically have. There are a couple more that I like, but I'm just not using them right now, so I didn't want to include them. Otherwise, this would be a very long video. I mean, this is a just mere fraction of the lip colors that I have. And I kind of don't even know how they accumulate because I don't think I buy a lot of lipsticks, but now that I'm looking, I have a lot. But these are my current favorites out of all of the lipsticks I have. I would highly recommend any of them just because the colors are beautiful if you have coloring like me and struggle to find lip colors. These are all great. Again, very comfortable. I won't wear anything if it is drying on my lips or feels tight. And then also the fact that they wear really well. I hope that helped you. I know, again, lipstick can be one of the most difficult things to find and also some of the things we maybe waste the most money on. I think that and foundation are probably the two. So I hope this helped out a little bit. So if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.